in pet. Hello teacher, this is my presentation about bioethanol production for urban timber remains for final speaking exam. What is bioethanol? Lignocellulose, the main compound of plant cell wall produced by photosynthesis, is the most promising renewable carbon source to overcome the energy crisis. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol is a clear colorless liquid. It is biodegradable, low in toxicity, and causes little environmental pollution if spilled. Ethanol is a high-octane fuel and has replaced leak as an octane enhancer in petrol. 1.5 gallons of ethanol produces the energy of 1 gallon of gasoline. Production process descriptive: pretreatment and hydrolysis, chemical hydrolysis, metabolic pathway, fermentation, recovery, bioethanol. Pretreatment and hydrolysis. The wood is milled using a hammer mill. The purpose of the pretreatment is to remove lignin, hemicellulose hydrolyzing, and fermentable sugar, and reduce the crystallinity of the cellulose to release glucose and avoiding loss or degradation of carbohydrates, as well as the formation of inhibitory compounds for subsequent fermentation. Method of steam explosion. It is the better choice to treat hardwood and agricultural wastes. The effects of this method are increasing crystallinity of cellulose by crystallization of the amorphous portion, and hemicellulose are ready hydrolyzed. This method, compared with other pretreatment, is considered the most profitable, less environmental impact, greater energy efficiency potential, fewer chemical and hazardous process conditions, and complete recovery of sugar. Chemical hydrolysis. This process is carried out in a condensed flow reactor at a high temperature. The dilute acid hydrolysis stage plays is stage to exploit the difference between the hemicellulose and cellulose. The first stage is carried out at low temperature to maximize yield from hemicellulose. The second stage, the higher temperature, is optimized for the hydrolysis of the cellulose portion on the feedstock. Metabolic pathway. The production of bioethanol is made from pyruvate, which is produced by glycolysis. The first 5 stages are the preparation phase. The preparatory phase of glycolysis serves to collect all carbonate chain of all exhaustes. In the second stage, the remaining 5, promoted by enzymes, release energy is conserved in the 4 molecules, coupled phosphorylation of ADP to ATP. The final product of glycolysis, pyruvate, still contains large amount of energy under anaerobic condition, is degraded to light or ethanol by a process known as fermentation. The alcoholic fermentation is biological process in complete absence of air, caused by the activity of some microorganisms. Carbohydrates processed to obtain as final product, and alcohol in form of ethanol, carbon dioxide, and an ATP molecule. Fermentation. The fermentation may be conducted as a batch or continuous process. In the case of Saccharomyces cerevisiae, batch reactors are the most suitable. Advantage: ability to increase the concentration of cell, allow product accumulation to a higher concentration, allow the maintenance of the critical variable in the specific levels. Recovery bioethanol. Method: distillation. The first step is to recover the bioethanol distillation. The product is then concentrated in a rectification column. Conclusion: the production of bioethanol from lignocellulosic residues is very promising from an economic and environmental perspective. Since wood waste is reused in this urban case, a good way to make the treatment is done under steam explosion, which is an inexpensive method. Finally, it was found that for the fermentation batch reactor tank is the best choice for high cell concentration of Saccharomyces cerevisiae and high concentration of desired product bioethanol.